Hi, I'm Buster B. Jones, and welcome to my video. What we're going to do here is kind of share some ideas with you on guitar licks and where do licks come from. Well, I'm going to show you how I make them up, give you a little tour through my musical mind. I think the first thing we need to do, though, before we get started is get tuned up. Now, you may notice that on my guitar here, I've got a capo on at the 2nd fret. Well, there's a good reason for that. I have a surgically rebuilt left hand, kind of my robo hand. And I tune the guitar down a full step, which is 2 frets. So actually, with the capo on, I'm in standard tuning. So what we should do now is just tune up together, and we'll take it from there. Here's my first string. My second string. The third. The fourth string. The fifth. And the 6th string. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a series of licks. I'll probably just improvise my way through it. And then we're going to come back and we're going to take those licks one at a time. I'm going to show you why I did what I did and how I thought of it. And it's more important really for you to understand the creating a lick, because then you can make your own up and I'll come along someday and steal them from you. So here we go. I'm just going to play a few licks for you. Okay, you may have noticed that I repeated a few things in there, but I manipulated them just a little bit differently. So what I do when I want to play a lick is I make it up in the first position using the basic chord shapes E, D, C, A, or G. I don't use F or B because E and F are the same as far as I'm concerned. You just move them up. So you create your licks using the E, and A and B are the same. So all my B licks are created in A. Now I started that off with a little chromatic run that I like to use. I actually stole this from Chet Atkins a long time ago. You can flat pick this lick, all right? Okay, when you finger pick it, you get a whole different sound. And you can pop and roll by tucking a finger under the string. You get that country Telecaster kind of sound. And you hear that? Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm just lightening up with my left hand, and I'm kind of choking the strings, playing a would-be note. In other words, the note is there, all right, but I'm choking it. Okay, so it gives it more dynamics and things like that. Now, where do you get a lick like this? Okay, let me show you where it came from. I'll start it with a G. Okay, if you look at your inversions, the first inversion of a G is here, okay? And I go up to it, just like that. If you're an A, it would be, or D, or E. So in other words, what I'm trying to show you here is that when you get a lick, just because you can play it in one spot, don't be satisfied with that. Try to teach yourself to play it in all the other positions, the other 4 shapes, and then to be able to move the lick around. In other words, when I go up in this lick, all right, if you just take the first part of that, all right, by doing this, now I can play it in, for instance, D. Okay? So you can manipulate these and you can move them around. If I was playing in the key of C and I wanted to use that lick, I would look for that position here. Okay? And then I could do it. Okay? So let's just take this lick, just that little one there. Split the screen, watch my fingers very close because I'm going to show you how to do it in E, in D, and in E. One more time. All right, let's try it in D. One more time. And let's try it in E. One more time. Oops, sorry. Okay, I think from that little example you can see that I'm playing my first position licks. I'm merely inverting them to meet the key that I'm playing in. So that's where I create most of my licks. For instance, that first lick that I played, like that, can be flat picked as well. But it's not an A lick. If you look at the chord I'm playing out of, that's merely part of a G shape. So if you moved it down to where I actually learned it, excuse me, or you can flat pick it here as well. Let's slow it down.